Alright, y'all. Got another one, back with another one here. This one's called Height and Dating. Video was uploaded in 2011, but judging by the thumbnail, I watched like the first 5 seconds of it. It looks like it's at least 20 years old. It's got to be. And I always find stuff like this intriguing just to compare and contrast to how things are nowadays. So yeah, we'll get into it.
All men are not created equal, at least in...
Damn! Starting off quick with the racism, huh?
size. Millions of little boys grow up to be short men. And if you're not one of them, you're about to find out how size can dramatically affect a man's life.
Yeah, I'm not a short king, unfortunately. 5'11". It's a rough life. Not quite 6 foot, but not quite a short king. Kind of sucks being stuck in the middle, man.
When we first broadcast this story last May, we did an unusual experiment to test the theory that short men are often given short shrift, discriminated against.
Short shrift? They invent new words now, back then?
Against over a matter of inches. Lynn Scher with the surprising results.
Imagine a world where nothing fits.
ABC News.
Where pants are too long.
The crotches are...
What are you talking about, dude? That's why they make sizes. What are you talking about?
down to here, the seat's down to here.
And... Were clothes all one size fits all 30 years ago, or what?
Hips are up to there.
Where elevators are filled with giants.
Kind of get cramped, and it's kind of hard to breathe sometimes.
That guy just kind of looks like a short guy, Some guys, you just see him and you don't even have to see him standing next to anybody. You're like, oh, that guy's giving me short king energy. We love our short kings in here, okay? No discrimination, but sometimes you can tell.
Sometimes.
Where driving a car means your feet don't reach the pedals.
You have to
What are we talking about? These seem like made up problems. That's why they have adjustable seats in the cars. Alright, maybe they're just trying to exaggerate the plight of the short man.
Down here, and some have bars underneath, and some have these little electronic things on the side you have to figure out.
And where you can't see the movie.
Those little electronic things on the side you have to figure out. You mean the adjusters to adjust to your body proportions? Because, women drive cars too. I don't know if you guys know this. Women, most of the time, shorter than men.
Screen, let alone find a date to take there.
I don't care hair color, eye color, skin color. They need to be tall. So
At least she's not discriminating on anything except height. I guess that's progress.
sorry.
Welcome to the world of short men.
Short. I mean, who wants to be short?
Practically no.
I mean, if your dream is to grow up and be a famous horse jockey, then you would want to be short. I understand they're mostly all very petite men.
No one. How short is short? Well, that depends on the height of the man you ask. But since the average American male is 5 feet 9 inches, we figure any man
I thought it was 5'8". I guess I must be tripping.
and 5'6" or under qualifies. And that, according to our ads, our icons, even our mothers, is not enough. We live in a society where taller is better, especially for...
It's always funny, though, because, it's always the women who are, 5'1", who want a man who's 6 foot tall. Like, you're already short. If he's short, he's still going to be taller than you, because you're short. Stop hogging up all the fucking tall men. Tall men need tall women to look proportionate sometimes,
men.
And you stop and think where that comes from. When we were little, and we were all little once, we looked up at our parents.
Ralph Kai's 5'7", wrote a book about height.
Oh, 5'7". What a midget. I'm just kidding.
We just assume anybody we're looking up to has power over us.
So happy.
Yeah, that's a kind of a psychological thing. More than anything, I'd say.
Hollywood understands. Notice who Gregory Peck is surrounded with in this scene from Roman Holiday. No confusion here as to who's the leading man.
Well, yeah, and they do that to accentuate the leading man, like you said. It's like a trick that they do in film all the time. It's like when they put Tom Cruise on a step stool in Mission Impossible, so he's taller than his female co-stars. Fuck Tom Cruise.
For all those actors who aren't as tall as their leading ladies, well, Hollywood knows how to fix that, too.
Oh, they're going to mention it. Yeah, of course. Lifts on the shoes.
These are reported.
You know, WWF wrestler Kane famously wore lifts in his boots so he could be as tall as his fake brother, The Undertaker.
Humphrey Bogart's feet during the filming of Casablanca.
I'm saying it because it's true.
Experts.
There's no shame in you know, heightening a little bit, as they called it in Seinfeld. There's no shame in that. If you're, you know, I mean, women wear makeup. Why can't I heighten? Why can't I be 6'1" instead of 5'11"?
Say the real issue is eye contact. Whether we're looking up to someone or down on them. You don't have to be a movie star to feel the consequences. We put Chris...
Yeah, I mean, the whole eye contact thing is, once again, heavily psychological. Like they said, you literally, it's like ingrained in the back of your mind. You're like, oh, I'm looking down at this person.
And Debbie, colleagues here at ABC News, in front of our camera, posing at different heights. Half the shots showed Chris as the taller of the pair.
The air's kind of thin up here.
In the other half, Debbie was taller. Then we gave the photos to students at Fairleigh Dickinson University. And
Fairleigh Dickinson? What the hell type of name is that for a school?
asked them to tell us a story about what was going on. When Chris was taller, the adjectives used to describe him were mature and respected. When Chris was shorter than Debbie, they called him submissive.
They called him a beta cuck, dude. They called him a fucking beta. They called him submissive. Listen to that. That's disrespectful, man.
Childish, weak. If that's not how you want to be judged, the solution may lie inside this box.
Elevator shoes discreetly add between 2 to 3 inches to your height. Simply.
Yeah, but what happens when you take them shoes off? What happens when you go to the girl's place and her carpet just got cleaned and she doesn't want anybody wearing shoes on her carpet? Now you're 5'8" instead of 5'10", dude. You gotta think about these things. It's like the push-up bra. What happens when you take the bra off? You gotta think about this stuff, man.
Call toll-free 1-800-2...
Like, I'm sorry, dude. If a woman's not gonna accept you because you're 2 inches shorter than she would want you to be, fuck that bitch, bro. I hate to break it to you. She ain't the one for you.
I know tall. Imagine what Napoleon could have done in a pair of these shoes.
Napoleon. The most famous short king of them all.
Every day, the Richley Company mails elevator shoes, discreetly packaged in unmarked brown paper wrapping all across the country. They won't give...
Discreetly packaged like you're buying a fucking rose toy or a dildo or something, dude. What the hell? Why do they have to be discreetly packaged? It's shoes.
About the names of their customers, but chances are you know some. They sell dress shoes, sneakers, boat shoes, hiking boots.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a wide variety of looks to show off while you're heightening. Gotta have the wide variety of drippage while you're lying to people about your physical stature.
Golf shoes, all specially built to add that critical 2 to 3 inches.
Critical 2 to 3 inches. Critical. You hear that, guys? It's critical.
Even sell slippers.
We had a customer.
Dude, you need to work on your self-confidence, man. If you got lifts in your slippers, dog, you can't even roll out of bed. Feel uncomfortable about your height, bro? There's something wrong with you, man. You get some self-confidence back up, man.
Who walked out to get his newspaper barefoot, and one of his neighbors noticed that he wasn't quite as tall as he normally is, and he called.
Oh my God, bro, that's first of all crazy behavior from that neighbor to just watch somebody get their mail and be like, oh, he's shorter than he lets on when he has shoes on. Everybody is a little bit taller when they have shoes on. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
Called up. He was very irate, and he wanted to know why we couldn't make slippers. So we started making.
Of course, he was irate because he's short. He has the short man rage. I'm mad at the world because I am not 3 inches taller than I currently am. So fuck everybody around me. I'm gonna call this company and cuss them out.
Slippers, and we're selling a lot of them, so they're working for a lot of people.
If lifts don't boost your ego, then just try what we're told is typical male behavior. Lie.
That's gas. I was going to say cheat, but they said lie.
A man who writes down...
Hey, shout out to Eddie Guerrero, man. I lie, I cheat, I steal.
6 feet. He's not 6 feet. He's probably about 5'10". A man...
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. Most men do probably embellish their height a little bit, especially on dating apps. I know I've done it in the past, but now I just am honest with myself. I'm 5'11", you know, no bones about it, nothing to be ashamed of. Not quite at that magical number of 6 feet.
A man who writes down 5'11", he's probably about 5'9", 5'8". He's probably 5'6.5".
Andrea McGinty,
5'6.5",
who runs a dating service in Chicago, knows all the tricks.
The only way I know that they're not lying is if they say I'm 5'11 3/4. Because then
I'm gonna start saying that then. I think I'm 5'11 and 3/8. Yeah.
You know what? You would lie. I would lie. I would say I'm 6 feet.
Tell me what the women's reaction is when you say you've got someone shorter.
Shorter. 2 inches? Let me think about it. 4 inches? Are you crazy?
Hey, you know, those women might be missing out on some great men. You never know. I mean, you know, he might feel the need to overcompensate for his lack of short height by doing some other things. You know what I mean, that some men won't do. You know, like, you know, buy you shoes and stuff.
No.
We asked her to help us construct an experiment to test just how willing women are to date shorter men. And we found 3 brave volunteers. Stu is the shortest.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot. And
5 foot is crazy, bro. Much love to you, my guy, but 5 foot is kind of crazy.
5'5" with the afro.
Oh, 5'5" with the afro. Ha ha ha. So funny.
Rob is 5'3". He prefers taller women.
I kind of enjoy it. I mean, I think there are some serious...
This guy. I kind of enjoy it.
Advantages to being having a woman who's a little bit taller.
David is getting married this fall.
See, look, it's not impossible for short men to find love. He's getting married.
She is 5 feet tall.
And you are?
I am 5'6".
Oh, well.
Yeah, giant, right.
5'6".
We recruited other men about the same age as David, Stu, and Rob, but taller. We asked them all to dress in jeans and a sweater, and then we did something cruel. We put them in lineups 5 at a time behind a 2-way mirror. The men couldn't see or hear what was going on in the next room.
Oh, this is about to get extremely fucked up. I can already tell. This is about to get so messed up here. I already can tell what's about to happen.
That's where we invited groups of women to look at the men and choose a date. In this case, we wanted to see if anyone would pick 5'3" Rob. When Andrea told us women like doctors, we gave him an MD. Their choice?
Andrew.
I would say Matt, I think.
No, Rob. We piled on some more.
God forbid we date this 5'3" doctor who's probably making 10 times what I make. Nope, he's short. So I'm not going to date him. Not even going to give him a chance.
Assets. We said besides being a doctor, he was also a best-selling author and champion skier who just built his own ski house.
Okay, so they turned this guy into Superman, and these women still will not pick him because he's short. That's crazy. This woman's pretty tall, actually. It looks like, unless she's got heels on.
Does that affect your choices?
Hey, some tall women like short men. You just gotta, put yourself out there. Maybe you'll find that one.
He's still short.
Then we gave Rob a promotion. We made him chief of staff at a prestigious hospital.
Who would you pick, Kim?
Andrew's probably the closest to who I'd pick. I'd pick Matt. Jeffrey, the pilot.
What would it take? Now we said Rob was also a gourmet cook who loves children.
So he's literally the greatest, most skilled man on earth, but he's short and balding. I guess those are 2 hard no's for women back in the day.
Oh, definitely. I would take him in a minute then.
Hey, George Costanza was short and balding. He got a lot of girlfriends.
Height, no problem.
Good. Shout out to you, Queen.
Wouldn't, because I would think I don't want short little kids. I was thinking like...
Well, at least someone liked Rob.
That was almost a scary sentence there. I get what she's meaning, though. She doesn't want small kids when she has kids with a guy. She wants big, tall, gigantic NBA babies.
Was this harsh for him at 5'3"? What would it take to get a date for Stu at just...
Oh yeah, Stu is gonna be very downtrodden after this one. I can tell you that much.
5 feet. First, we made him an up-and-coming actor.
No.
Holy crap, he is... Did they put him next to guys who were like 6'2" or what, dude?
Not.
Then we said Stu had made millions by age 25.
No.
No, doesn't matter. He's too short.
For me.
This is a very important issue for these women, apparently. That man has not... cannot, be that short. He cannot be that short. That is a deal breaker, apparently. Sad. That's sad stuff, man. That's pretty sad.
Thing worked.
How come nobody picks Stu?
He's too short.
He's too short.
Short?
We asked if there was anything we could add to make Stu irresistible.
Maybe the only thing you could say is that the other 4 are murderers.
Right, are convicted of some crime. That would definitely.
Child molesters, psychotic.
Right.
Bro, what? That's fucking crazy, dude. What? They'd have to be murderers or criminals or psychos for you not to pick them over a short, normal, good guy? Wow. I knew this was going to get fucked up. Anytime there's judgment of people without the fear of being judged by what you say about them, people just fucking let loose, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
crazy.
you say, oh, okay. Hello, Stu. I mean, and nothing bad towards him. He's got a nice smile. He's cute.
But no taker.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure short men hear that a lot. You're very cute, but you don't fit my arbitrary standard of a number. So, no.
So we replaced Stu with David to see if 5'6" made a difference. We brought in one last group of women. When they all picked this fellow, we told them he'd been unemployed for 2 years. But that...
They're really manipulating the psychology of these situations, aren't they?
Our David was a chief surgeon.
I guess it would be David. For me.
Yeah. 2 took David right away. But Tara chose Jim, whom we'd made a high school gym teacher.
Would it change anything?
Jim is a gym teacher? Man, what a excellent occupation for him to walk into.
If I told you that David, besides being a chief surgeon, had just published a book that he was a gourmet cook, loved kids, and extremely wealthy.
Yeah, I'd switch to David real quick. I mean, let's be realistic. I'm going to bag the gym teacher now.
So what's...
This is a small sample size, but people can be pretty damn shallow.
going on here? You had to make those short guys almost like God to make them desirable.
Pretty
right?
much.
We finally made him God, and that's what...
Yeah, pretty much. They had to turn him into fucking Superman, dude. It literally had to be fucking... This guy is extremely rich, and he is a gourmet chef, and he's written 3 books, and he loves kids. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And they said, that's crazy, dude. Just the other ones had to be criminals or murderers or psychos to not pick them is wild, dude, that you care that much about height.
They chose.
And this surprises you?
It obviously doesn't surprise you.
No.
Yale psychologist Les Martell is 5'5".
It goes back to caveman times.
And I'm sure he's a very valuable man. He's a Yale psychologist. I mean, he's probably an insanely intelligent, well-credentialed, accomplished guy. But it's crazy that, some women will just exclude him because he's 5'5", while they're 5'3", so he's still taller than them.
We simply judge people, particularly men, based on their height, on their size, on their physical presence.
Thought we were getting an analog horror segment breaking into this or something. Forgot somebody probably recorded this off their VCR.
Why is that?
Oh, yeah.
We asked several of the women to
Gotta love that. Gotta love that VCR video glitch.
come back and tell us.
I feel best friend.
They're losing me now. What's going on with this? I know it was 1999, but come on, man. Get your shit together.
It's because they're very enthusiastic, caring, because they have to make up for their height.
But you have no interest in going out with someone shorter than
No.
you.
That's crazy. You just listed off the things that a man can overcompensate for and make him actually more desirable than a tall man, but she'll still exclude a shorter man. That's crazy.
I'm just attracted to taller men. I'm only 5'5".
I mean, it's fair. Like, everybody can have their own preferences in their dating life. Like, you don't have to date somebody that you don't want to, but it's just crazy, like, the exclusionary attitude here. And this was a long time ago, so, you know. Compare and contrast to 2025 now.
I just like taller men.
I have to tell you, and it breaks my heart to tell you this, it turned out that being short was not good. Does that surprise anybody?
Breaking news, guys. Being short is not good.
Ready?
I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Tell me what you were thinking while you were standing out there with the taller guys.
Sure aren't picking us.
You want to look up into his eyes, and you want it to be like a movie.
There's a
Wouldn't you like every once in a while to have the power to look down at a man?
stereotype in society that says when you find your mate, man is bigger and the woman is smaller. You know, Tarzan, Jane. And we didn't get to speak, so...
Well, you didn't get to speak, but we spoke on your behalf.
Oh, thanks.
And we made you doctors, chief surgeons, best-selling authors. Stuart, we made you a venture capitalist who made millions by the age of 25. You were a gourmet cook. You loved children. You had ski houses that you built all by yourself. Sometimes all this worked, but most of the time, fellas,
Didn't do a darn thing.
Well, I guess that says something about people.
What is it
Bitches be tripping. That's what it says about people, dog.
say to you?
Maybe the average person isn't giving us the credit that we deserve.
Does it bother you?
You know what it's like to maybe hurt. I think you know what it's like to, maybe to have more setbacks than taller people.
David, you're nodding your head.
Sure.
You think that's
oh,
true?
Yeah. Growing up, you take a lot of abuse.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely in high school and shit, dude. Oh my god. I felt so bad for the short kids at my high school, dude, because oh my goodness, it was bad. It was bad, dude. Yeah. School, college, high school, growing up, shit like that, yeah. You get absolutely mauled and harassed if you're short, dude. It's crazy.
You know, always being the short one and getting picked on and name calling. It happens.
And we found out how
And kids are assholes, dude. Kids don't fucking hold back, man. Kids are complete douchebags.
very early it begins. We gave elementary school students a test, asking them to match a small, medium, or large figure of a man with a series of words.
Which man is handsome? Which man is yucky?
The kids overwhelmingly picked the tall figure for strong, handsome, smart. They circled the short figure for sad, scared, and weak. More than half.
I mean, yeah, that's a psychological thing, but obviously, once you grow up and become an adult, you realize that these things aren't actually accurate or true. I mean, it's very telling that they had to go to kids to do this.
Also picked the short figure for dumb, no friends, and yucky.
Damn, dumb, no friends, yucky? Kids are haters, bro.
How many of you, when you grow up, want to be tall?
And there's another decision they've already made.
When you grow up and you get married, do you want your husband to be tall, medium, or short?
Tall. 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 Tall.
Is this a frivolous subject?
Not at all.
Looks like they're going to grow up to be like the women in the police lineup section.
It is really, in my opinion, one of the last forms of discrimination that exists.
Ooh, we dropped the bomb on them right there. Last form of discrimination. Which is actually a kind of a fair point. Especially in the dating world.
This.
And even in workplaces and stuff like that, short people can be viewed as, a little more timid and less than somebody who's tall.
Research shows there is discrimination, and not just from dates. One study tracked graduates of a large business school. The taller men got higher
Exactly what I was saying. And they're viewed as more assertive, too, for whatever reason, even if they're not.
salaries. On average, $600 a year more per inch.
Damn, that's a lot. $600 per inch, man. Sounds like a fucking banger OnlyFans career right there.
There you are.
One man who deliberately and publicly does own up to his size is Robert Reich, the United States Secretary of Labor.
I have assumed for months that I was on Bill Clinton's short lists.
At 4 feet 9 inches,
Hey, the ability to be able to laugh at yourself is like a golden nugget nowadays in today's society, man. If you're able to laugh at yourself, you're a lot happier than a lot of people nowadays.
his height is hard to ignore.
His height is hard to ignore. That's a fact.
There is a step. Oh, there is a step here. Let's see.
Secretary Reich has needed
Look at that. They were looking out for him, too. Gave him a step.
that extra
That's all you need sometimes. Just a little step. Just a little assistance.
lift since childhood.
I remember my grandmother would chart on the wall how tall I was. And we got to 12, and she said, "You're going to..." And then nothing happened. And after a while, we stopped measuring.
Gave up. Damn. Nothing wrong with being short, man. Like I said it before, I'll say it again, man. There's nothing wrong with being short. You can't control that. Out of all the things that people want to hold against people, you can't control your fucking height. You can't control your fucking race. You can't control your fucking sexuality. You can't control your fucking... there's certain things that you just can't control. And
Do you think of yourself primarily as a short man?
I have to say, honestly, I don't.
we should never, make somebody feel bad for something that they can't change.
After spending an hour with him, neither do I. Secretary Reich has reached the top in a world that tries to keep short men down. He is happily married to a woman 9 inches taller.
Look at that. GOAT status. Got himself a wife that's 9 inches taller.
And has been friends for 3 decades with his towering commander-in-chief. Little wonder he is now a role model.
I do get letters from young people who know that I'm very short, letters from kids who are also very short.
Hang on a second. This guy looks familiar. This guy looks familiar, dude. Never mind. False alarm. I was going to make a joke, but it would be in poor taste now.
Are in some pain emotionally, and they want my advice.
What is that advice?
You do have to accept the fact that other people may feel awkward. You've got to help them with their awkwardness. You've got to use humor. But being short should not stop you, I tell these young people. Should not in any way stop you from doing anything you want to do with your life.
Good advice, man. It's good advice, unless you want to be an NBA player.
I think it doesn't matter if a person is tall or short. It matters how big your heart is.
Words to live by right there, baby. Purity and innocence of a child.
Anybody, as a result of this conversation, anybody changed her mind on her outlook?
Sure.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of it is rooted in just like you grow up like those kids did. They showed those kids. You grow up thinking that tall automatically means good, short automatically means bad. When really that's not how it is. It's just part of maturing and growing as a person.
Oh, let's hear.
There's so many men out there, and to single out a certain type is shallow.
It'll be in my head now. It's going to be to look lower and not to literally and
Look lower is kind of wild.
not to pass away short men, because
You definitely don't want to pass away short men. That's illegal.
I could be missing out on some wonderful people.
Shout out to our short kings. Look at Barbara Wawa.
Let that be a good lesson to us all. So, Lynn, what has happened to these 3 nice guys from the early experiment? Any women in their life?
Yeah, they got some notoriety now. They got some news clout now.
Well, Dave, whom we told you was getting married, has gotten married, so that's all fine. Stu and Rob are still available, however.
Damn. still living that bachelor life. I'm sure they've both found wives by now, because this is 30 years later, and they're living in happy marriages with kids. Short kids.
Women of America.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tall or short, they're out there.
I understand that you help the retail business.
Yes, right. You know, the item we had about the elevator shoe company, well, they got hundreds of requests. And
oh, yeah, dude. People were probably flooding in with their insecurities coming in there. Oh, dude, I need those. I didn't even know these existed, man. Get those. Give me 6 pairs right now.
Filled them all in plain brown wrappers.
They shouldn't.
I know. Nobody should see that you're buying shoes. None of your neighbors should see that shoes have been delivered to your house. That's weird to me. It's not a sex toy. It's shoes.
Have to be ashamed.
Exactly.
Well,
true.
You know what? Here's to short men.
All right.
Okay.
Me too.
Hey, I'll drink to that. Here's the short man. Shout out Barbara Wawa.
Thanks, Lynn.
That was an interesting video. Really interesting to see how that applies to modern standards and the modern dating ecosystem.